What's the damn deal, YouTube? It's your boy Big Strilla, and I'm back. About to do a mod on my Lectric XP. Put on some BMX handlebars on the bike. Yeah, I think that's gonna give it a cooler and more aggressive look, and also help with the handling and whatnot. I've had these parts for a while. I just hadn't put it on there because once I noticed how it's gonna change my sitting position, the handlebars won't be as high as the stem handlebars I have on there now, so it's going to pull me forward. They're much wider than my current handlebars, so that means my grip is going to be wider, which is also going to pull me forward. The neck on the bike is maybe 2 inches forward, so it's going to put me in a more hunched over position. And the one great thing about the Lectric XP is that it keeps you in a pretty upright position. How the handlebars are, you can raise them up pretty high. And you know, and so it's less stress on your lower back. You can ride it longer and things like that, but the bike looks goofy like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm making a performance enhancing, this will enhance the handle of the bike, probably be able to go off-road more aggressively and things like that, and feel like I have more control, but it won't be as comfortable. At least I'm thinking in my mind. So let's see what happens. But first, I'm going to wash my bike because I'm keep getting trolled on how dirty my bike is. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash it for you guys out there who've been trolling and saying that I don't take care of my bike and this, that, and other. So let me wash my bike and then we'll do the upgrades. All right, I'm outside. I'm about to go ahead and clean this bike. I got the ND16 filter, ND filter on my camera. So first time using this, so I can keep my shutter speed at 1/50 since I shoot 24 frames per second. Let me know what y'all think of that. If it looks okay, the colors look all right, blah, blah, blah. Here is my XP, and as y'all see, it's plenty filthy. Cover up the battery, so I don't do much, but yeah. So I'm about to wash the bike for the first time in a year. Hell, it's a bike. That's what you're supposed to do. And then I will modify these handlebars, put on the BMX handlebars. So comfort out the door, coolness added. Let's see how it goes. You see my seat post is really high, so that's one reason why I was hesitant. I am hesitant to change out the handlebars, because chances are my bars will be at my seat level or lower, which is going to pull me forward, but I'll show all that later. All right, that didn't take too long. Shame on me for not doing it sooner. Let me go ahead and wash it off. Rinse it off, should I say. All right, so here's the stock handlebars. As you see, they are about 20, oh, it's upside down, but y'all get to see it, about 22 inches, 22 and a half inches. The base to where the handlebars come is about 16 inches, and they probably have like a rise of another inch or so, so about 17 inches from the base. That's how long the stem is. The handlebars are about 9 inches, as you see, instead of 10 as they claim. And they're 27 inches across. So I get about 4 inches of width, which will give me more control of the bike. I got this neck. I got this from Amazon. Stem, should I say, and I'll probably be able to bring it up about two or 3 inches at the most before you get to these mark lines that you have to have it in there for safety reasons. And I got these extensions here to put on it, rings just so there's no gaps. This is probably more cosmetic than anything, so hopefully all this stuff works out okay. All in all, this is probably a $50–60 mod, pretty fairly inexpensive, and I'm only gonna need like one tool, a hex bolt wrench to fit in the stem down here. Put them side by side. You can see how much wider the BMX bars are compared to the factory, the stock bars. So yeah, that's going to give me a more aggressive look and control over the bike. Kind of see how far down they go compared to the originals. Anyway, we're going to see how this works out. If I don't like it, I can always switch it. I can always change it back. Well, hopefully I won't need to or won't want to. We shall see. This is the seated position I'm in now. Current situation. So yeah, I will do a show you the difference once I change it. But as you see, I'm pretty upright. This is a comfortable position. This bike sits really high. I mean, I'm higher than most cars on the road, way higher than any motorcycle. This thing is like really high. I'm almost high as a top of a pickup truck riding this thing. But being this heavy and got low center of gravity, it handles very well in the wide tires, so you don't feel like you're going to tip. But yeah, that's that. Just wanted to show y'all how I look seating on it now. So I'm pretty upright. All right, like I said, theoretically this should be an easy transition. Hardest thing I think is going to be probably taking off the grips, because they're pretty, well, this one's going to be easy. I just turn and take it off or whatever, but this one's pretty far down, so just got to wiggle it off. The main thing that you have to do is take the stem off here, bring that over and loosen this hex nut right here, and once you do that, the handlebar should just come off, and then after that it's just a matter of transferring everything off, the brakes, the grips, the controller, all that to the new handlebars. So I guess I'll strip the handlebars down first, and then while it's still mounted, and then I will take this off and put on the new bars. I got everything off the handlebars. As you see, they're stripped down. So now all I gotta do is remove this and put on the new stem and replace everything. So let me do that. All right. I'll expect this thing to get looser, but it's not happening just yet. Put this over here so I don't scuff up my screen too much. I could be wrong about my assumptions of this. Let's see. All right, so that's out of there. All right. See, I thought it was just supposed to come loose now. Now, let me figure out what the hell is going on. There we go. All right, just need to add a little heat to it. Get it off. But the piece, that dog it. Got the new neck. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. Just the exposure and the shims for it. Son of a bitch. I was tightening the head screw and it just cracked in half. There goes my freaking thing down the, oh my God. And it's gonna just keep rolling. I'm just gonna keep rolling until you just roll out in the street. So the cheap ass part right here just cracked in half when I tightened it, because there was a lot of play in it when I was trying to tighten it. and I mean a lot of play in it. So I tightened it, and then it just freaking cracked in half. So I'm about to get another part for this. Go to the bike shop. Hopefully they got something a little more. They have something to replace it first of all, and something that's a little more substantial, because this piece of crap just shattered in half when I went to tighten it. So it's a fail thus far. I gotta get this part, and that's that. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's a bargain. Look at that. Apply some more pressure, and it just snapped. I think what the real issue is, I need a shim for the stem right here. See how it plays? So I'm going to try to see if I can get that at the bike shop along with this piece. This is going to take me a little longer to shoot than I thought. I knew something was going to happen. Didn't know what. Got to the very end, trying to straighten and tighten my bars to where I wanted them, and sniz out. And I had the extension pieces and stuff down in there. So anyway, all right, I'm at the bike shop. The prognosis is that I need to get a different stem size. Stem with the same size quill as this one. The one that I have now is smaller, so gotta figure that out. Back to the drawing board.
3 weeks later.
All right, this is the mod that I've done since I last filmed. Got the BMX handlebars on the bike. See, it gives it a different look to it, but the overall functionality of the bike I'm not really liking, just because the handlebars are so much lower than they were before. You see how high my seat is in comparison to the handlebars. Yeah, so I'm bending over more, which puts more weight on my lower back. Being I got a fat belly now, that's not a good thing. So I think it looks cooler, but the way it works is not as good as the original thing. Now, what I probably need to do is get a suspension fork on the front, which will raise the front of the bike up some, because the area between here and there is longer. The shock raises the frame of the bike up higher, and then the stem, I got these extensions on here. They're kind of loose, as y'all see, but I was trying to make the handlebars rise a little higher. But yes, and the stem on the suspension fork comes up higher too. It's unthreaded like this one. This is threaded, so basically it gives you more reach, higher handlebars, which makes riding the bike more comfortable like it was before. But anyway, I'm gonna get on here and ride and show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, I think I'm recording, so let me show you what we're working with. All right, hopefully y'all can see this. A phone holder is a lot looser, as y'all probably see here. But I can tighten that up. That's just, you know, add more plastic or whatever to make it thicker, so where it grips more. That's no big deal. I put my display down low on the lower bar, but I can't see my speed from this angle. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's blocked. So I'll probably end up raising it up here if I keep this configuration, that is, which I'm leaning away from. I think you get more control like this. The bars are wider and lower, but it makes the bike a little more fidgety, more, I don't know if it's more flickable on the front end now, just control wise, but I just don't like leaning over so far. Right now it's not so bad. Also, if you see, my legs are really tight when I'm pedaling, so I don't get full extension or anywhere close because I had to lower my seat down. So yeah, and I'm about 6'2", so if I was shorter, maybe this configuration wouldn't be so bad, but now, like, my angle of my legs when they're at the highest point of the pedal are like really tight, which I do not like, and I can't really, you know, get as much crank on force on the crank. You know, I got my battery now, so I ain't really have to worry about it too much. But these are the early observations. What else? Those are the main thing. I just know my back pain eventually will kick in sooner like this from being leaned over further. Also, I can't put my water bottle on here. I can put it on my seat post or something, maybe put it on back here, but can't put it on my neck of my stem. So, you know, it's minor things, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like this. Like, I'll keep these handlebars, so if I do get the eventually get the suspension fork, I can just add these parts to that, and it'll be sitting higher, and you know, I'll be more erect when I ride, which I like. I don't like this bent over nonsense. It's not so bad right now. I haven't gone too far. I'm probably just complaining, but yeah, the fact that I can't really get full extension on the pedals really bothers me. Alright, this is my first time trying the Insta360 on a selfie stick, so y'all, I hope this works and don't wreck. So hopefully y'all can see how this thing looks. I'm pedaling, biking and stuff, everything. How my pedaling looks and whatnot. I feel like I'm pretty upright right now with one hand on the handlebar, two. I lean forward, so I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I hope y'all get the gist of how this looks. So in conclusion, while I'm riding, the mod isn't terrible. It ain't great either. There's play, as you probably can see that as I'm looking down. There's a wobble, there's play in the steering, and no matter how tight I tighten up the quill, the wedge that goes down in here, it's still play because there's just this gap in there. I probably could get a sleeve or something for the quill that goes down in there, a shim, I guess you would call it, but I haven't seen anything that's made for this type of stuff, so I assume that's not a common practice, so I opted not to do that. All right, so yeah, so I just try to tighten as tight as I can, but it's still just a lot of play, especially you have to stand up and wobble, you know, like crank on it, which doesn't make you feel as secure as you probably would. It don't feel like it's gonna come out, but it's still just kind of rocky, rickety. But yeah, aesthetically, I think the bike looks cooler for sure. But as far as functionality, I like it how it was better, no doubt. No doubt. Even though it looked goofy, it was more comfortable to ride. So that's my 2 cents on this. So for me, the conversion wasn't 100% worth it, but someone else maybe so. And you know, and I probably could tweak it better and do some things to maybe even put a stem extension on here and then make it a little higher. But that's like adding Lego pieces on top of each other, and it won't be as secure as like just one solid stem, which would probably be a better solution or whatever. How's it going? So that's that, y'all. If I'm still recording. But yeah, it feels good to be out here once again, getting my pedals in though, getting my exercise. It's really pleasant now, so I'll probably try to get out more, being that it's much cooler outside and pleasant to ride, even with the slumped over handlebars. And eventually I'll probably swap everything back to my old stem, but I'm not ready to do that now just because it's a pain in the butt to do all that. That's it. If y'all got any questions, comments, leave them down in the comments section. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow your boy Strilla. I'll have more Lectric XP videos, drone videos, tech videos, maybe some mukbangs coming up. And how's it going? Some reaction videos, things of that nature. So y'all make sure you sub, like and subscribe to your boy. And yeah, I'm just gonna ride on out. Keep on riding. Get my little exercise in that I've been desperately needing. Crank, crank, crank.